everyone, Thunder Thrills here! Today I am reviewing the Voyage at Holiday World. Last Sunday I went to Holiday World and it was a good park. Expect a review on the park itself some other time, but this is a review on the Voyage. This ride is completely incredible and easily makes it into my top 3. This ride is truly something else and is by far the best wooden coaster I've ever ridden. There is so much airtime and there's hardly a moment where you aren't out of your seat. This ride is relentless from start to finish and never lets up, even towards the end. The speed is so constant and it never loses any of it. A good analogy of what I feel is that it has the pacing of American Thunder and the amazing length of Boss. It's the best aspects of both those coasters combined into one incredible ride. This coaster didn't blow me away quite like Goliath did the first time I rode it, but it surely impressed me. I'd say it met my expectations as they were insanely high and I don't even know if they could be passed. It could have been a little smoother, but it was incredibly smooth compared to most wooden coasters. I'm looking at you, American Eagle. We rode it in the front, back, and middle, and obviously the back was my favorite, but the front is a great experience too. This is one of 4 coasters now that I would consider truly elite. So let's get into an element by element breakdown. To get started, you climb a 159-foot lift hill that looks way taller than it actually is. You get a great view of the park when you reach the top of this lift before flying down that amazing drop. This is a great drop that makes you go flying out of your seat in the back row. In the front, it's a bit scarier since you are facing directly down a massive drop. You start with a massive countback that gives some of the best floaty airtime I've ever felt. You don't touch your seat for a long time, wow, and it just feels endless. You then do a second countback, which does the exact same thing, but even better. You really feel like you're gonna fly out with how long you're staying out of your seat. Then on the way down, the hill turns into ejector and just completely flings you. This ride hurt my back that made me a bit sore for the rest of the day, but it by no means ruined the ride. You then get an element that gives a weak pop of ejector, but the next element 100% makes up for it by giving you a sharp pop of twisted ejector as you're turning while you get ejected. This is where the insane lateral G-force starts. This thing pulls so many lateral Gs. I said the laterals on Boss were good. This takes those to a whole nother level. It's hardly banked while you go flying at insanely fast speeds. You then do an ejector pop that then transitions into another turn before doing 2 turns that feel like overbanks that are incredibly fun. But you don't pull the same laterals as the others do. But coming out of that second highly banked turn, you get an insane ejector pop before flying into another low banked turn that pulls some insane lateral Gs. This is where you hit the mid-course brake run. When I went, it didn't slow us down that much, but it definitely did slow us down a little. Afterwards, you do a crazy triple down that starts weak but ends with a bang on that final down. But even if it really slows you down, the ride still looks like it flies through the rest of the course. You then do 2 ejector pops in a row before flying into another really intense lateral moment, before flying out of that lateral moment into another insane ejector pop. You then do what in my opinion is the best turn on the ride. The laterals are so insanely strong and you feel like you're gonna die. My dad was like, "Now that's a good bank." You then turn into another 90-degree bank turn before doing another high lateral turn into an insane ejector pop before taking a low bank turn into a long turn that gave me nostalgic memories of Boss's double helix as it felt very similar before doing one last intense turn to the brake run that ends your insanely long ride on the Voyage. In conclusion, Voyage is an insane ride that is 100% in my top 2. I'm still not sure if it beats Raging Bull yet as my number 1. The airtime is more extreme, but I didn't have as much enjoyment as on Bull. They're both incredible rides that I love, and it's so hard to pick which one I personally prefer. Overall, Voyage is a great ride that easily gets a 10 out of 10. So I hope you all enjoyed the video, and please subscribe, everybody!